Today, on How It's Made, Space Trash.
Hey, this is Jas Black. I had some pretty grand ideas for this Odyssey competition, which got derailed, as I caught a superflu that lasted 2 weeks. But I made this video in about 5 days and it was a lot of fun. I started with creating a bunch of artworks using a Flux Redux workflow in Comfy UI. Shout out to Pixaroma for the original workflow. I adapted it to take 4 different input images, which are being pulled randomly from 4 different folders. I try many combinations, but here I have a folder containing hundreds of my artworks, another with optical illusion style, a folder of liquids which are mostly free stock images, and another folder that I use depth map control net because I like that aesthetic. I use a combination of a few Flux LoRa's to give more of a retro VHS glitchy vibe. Flux Redux does the magic of mixing all this together, and here's the output. I also made a version of the workflow with another depth map control net, which pulls from a folder of microscopic style images from an SD 1.5 LoRa I made a long time ago. I find that using 0.2 to 0.5 strength gives a subtle but meaningful enough influence of shape and form, perfect for these abstract artworks. To animate them, I drop the image in this HiloEye Prompt Maker GPT, copy-paste the text prompt into Kling 1.6, and generate a 10-second clip. For the audio, I found this awesome beat from Priku's Sunrise Hub set. I tried to Shazam it, but couldn't find the track name. I am pretty sure that Priku himself made it. Now, what I did next is questionable, but I think it is fair use and transformative. I badly recorded a 30-second sample with my phone, remixed the beat using Audacity and Suno AI, and made a 6-minute song, then took the last minute as the basis of the Space Trash video. Next, I filmed myself dancing to that song many times. This is clearly quite embarrassing. Sorry, you have to witness this. I then used Viggle AI to apply my dodgy dance moves to a bunch of zany characters for my first test. Then settled on using aliens, which I figured is more on brand. I used Comfy UI with the same Flux Redux workflow to design the aliens. Then back to Viggle AI to animate, choosing either a green, blue, or pink background to help me separate the character in DaVinci Resolve. Next, I edited the whole sequence of alien clips together into a nice composition matching the changes in the music. I exported all the clips individually and used Animate Diff with Xander's workflow to upscale. This worked well for some, but I found it often distorted things too much, so I mainly used the original Viggle outputs. Now the fun part, I exported the whole clip with all the background videos and used Magic Music Visualizer, a node-based VJ software, to create these glitchy effects. I experimented for a few hours and exported several versions of the whole clip. Back in DaVinci, I did another edit, this time mixing all the new clips with the originals to create the complete alien glitch aesthetic. I realized that I should probably give this weird video more context, and I imagined this being broadcast on an alien TV show. I used Flux to generate another alien watching TV in his living room. Then Kling to animate the scene. I specifically wanted the camera to zoom in closer and closer to the TV. This took a bit of manual editing, and Kling 1.5 first frame, last frame. For the alien TV channel content, I used HiloEye to generate Gordon Ramsay on an intergalactic cooking show, and Kling to animate an image of aliens wrestling, and an alien politician with their inbuilt lip sync tool. I grabbed some sound effects from Motion Array and recorded a few myself. It was a challenge to track the TV screen. I set up planar tracking, but had to manually adjust a lot of frames, then added blur and glow, lowered the saturation, and added motion blur in the Fusion tab. Oh, and I almost forgot I used Runway to fake green screen the purple alien hand. It didn't work too well though. Once I finished editing, I ran it through Magic one more time to add a slight analog TV effect, and that about sums it all up. If you stayed until the end of the video, thank you. Here's one thought to leave you with. In retrospect, I think I was heavily influenced by this classic Harlem Shake video that has been lingering in my subconscious mind for 11 years. 11 years, damn.